change maker, Mayor Sharon Tucker.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. You know, when they first asked if I would give the keynote speech, and I said, sure. And then they said, well, Mayor, it's at 8 a.m. I said, oh, okay, I'll still do it. Then they said, they want you to speak about integrity and trust. And I said, they do know I'm a politician, right? But I can talk about integrity and trust. But before I do that, I want to thank the members of the Better Business Bureau, the team for the Build Better Businesses Conference, and all who were active in putting today together, and also for selecting me and taking a chance on me to be the keynote speaker for this morning. You know, when I think about trust and integrity, a couple of things come to mind for me. One has to do with a quote that Maya Angelou is famed for providing. And that quote is, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. And part of me, when I hear that, I'm kind of like a, not a motivational speaker, but I am a motivational thinker. And so when I hear the quote Maya Angelou saying, when a person shows you who they are, believe them, I start to think like, what does that really mean, right? What does that really mean? And then I think about moments like, it matters when no one's watching you, how your integrity is. So, not by a show of hands, because I don't want everybody to know you personally, but just blink at me. Have you ever had the struggle, that internal struggle of pushing the grocery cart back to the cart return, or just leaving it right there next to your cart, right? Or my personal favorite are the ones who, they get it about halfway there, and then they just shove it, and see if it'll land in the right place. Or what about when you get out of your car and the wind takes the door and it kind of hits the car next to you? Do you leave a note and tell them that, oops, I'm sorry, I dinged your car? Or do you just look around to see if anybody was watching? Those are moments of personal integrity, and those are moments when you have to ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? In fact, I was sitting in my car one day at the Walmart. Yes, I go to the Walmart. And my husband was going in because we found that it takes a long time when I go in now. And I was sitting there waiting on him to come out, and this sweet young lady opened her car up on my car door. Now the way that I knew that it happened was because I heard the bang. Because I was doing like everyone else was at the time. I was on the most important news feed, Facebook. And so while I was scrolling Facebook, I heard the boom. And I looked up, and she looked at me. And I looked at her like, lady, you just hit my car. And she looked at me like, did she see I just hit her car? And I'm going, had to be a half an hour exchange of vision, right? Maybe 3 seconds, but she walked away. And I thought, oh, should I say something to her? I don't want to be Karen. I don't want to be called Karen. Or do I just let it go? And then I thought, wait a minute, should she have said something to me? Or should she have just let it go? In that moment, she showed me exactly who she was. She didn't care about my property, and she was glad that I didn't care enough about it either, maybe, to say anything to her. When a person shows you who they are, you should believe them. But more than anything, are we showing people who we are in our actions day to day? In business, it's very important that throughout our careers and throughout our business day that we treat people with care. Because even when we don't think they're watching us, they're watching us. Integrity matters most when no one is paying attention and when you don't get credit for it. Remember, I'm a motivational thinker. I want you to think about that. The second thing that I think about when I think about, what is real integrity? I think about another quote that says, actions speak louder than words. How many of you have heard that? Oh, your actions speak louder than words. Usually it's wives saying it to husbands when they're asking them to do the to-do list, right? And he says, I love you, and she says, prove it by your actions, finish the list. Actions speak louder than words. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I pretty much tried everything from selling candles to cleaning buildings. I have a glitter business online. I do crafting. I've tried many things. I've owned my own insurance agency for a while. We're serial entrepreneurs, and one day I'll land on something that'll work. But what I do know is that there are many times that I didn't realize how many people are just watching me. And here's what I'm saying when I say my actions have to speak louder than my words. One of the things that I've done throughout my life is I was raised in church, very heavily involved in church. In fact, we had to go every single day. And my mom wouldn't allow us to go anyplace else if we didn't go to church. The problem with that for me is that we had Sunday service, after Sunday service, Monday service for Bible study, Tuesday was choir rehearsal, Wednesday was period class, Thursday. Mom, really? We gotta go every one in order for us to do anything else? And she would say, yes, you do. So as I grew up and became an adult, I took that same stance and I started taking my child to church. So every week we would go to church, we'd haul our stuff, and do the things that we needed to do. And of course, as a serial entrepreneur, you're a serial volunteer as well. So we volunteered at the church in the communications department. And every Wednesday we would go and record the commercials that people will see on Sunday morning. And so during that recording, I would go to the mic and we'd get all set up and I'd say, good morning and welcome to New Joshua Missionary Baptist Church. I am Sharon Tucker and here are your announcements. Good morning, welcome to New Joshua Missionary Baptist Church. I am Sharon Tucker and these are your announcements for today. We did it every single week. And my daughter, who at the time was 3, would go with us. Generally, she'd be running around playing and I would just do the work that we needed to do. And I wouldn't be thinking anything about it. And one morning or one evening, we were huddled preparing our message and I heard, good morning, welcome to Missionary Baptist Church. Auntie, and this is your announcement. Now she was 3. And I go, Tiana, you're giving the announcements? Oh my God, it's so cute. We're going to do that for Children's Church Sunday. You're going to be the one that gives the announcements for Children's Church Sunday. But then it dawned on me, oh my God, she's watching everything I do and say. She's watching and mimicking every single thing I do and every single thing I say. Well, needless to say, I had to clean up my act because I realized that a little person was depending on me. And you're probably wondering, what does this mean for our business? All of your staff are watching you too. They're watching to see that the decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis, will they line up with the things that you say? I love it when I see a business mission that says we have integrity and we care about our people. Yet they mistreat their families. They mistreat their clients. Your staff are watching to see, will your actions line up with your words? And there's another quote that reminds me, attitude reflects leadership. So if you have a staff that kind of is, coming late, not showing up properly, maybe we have to watch our words, our actions, and our leadership. Integrity matters. Remember, I'm a motivational thought thinker. I want you to think about that one. And lastly, I've heard it over and over again, very similar to before. We said actions speak louder than words, but your words should line up with your actions. I am the 4th daughter of 5 children. Pray for my mom. 4 girls. And of her 4 girls, I'm the baby, so I'm really spoiled. But she taught us a couple of things when she was raising us to be strong women. She would say to us things like, people have been sprayed in the face for the opportunity that you have. Dogs have been chased on people for you to have the opportunity that you have. You do not get the luxury of not working hard. But they didn't just tell us that. They showed it in their actions. My dad was a journeyman plumber who never missed a day of work. I don't know how he did it, but unfortunately now I have that same ethic. I'm pretty much at work every single day, whether I feel good or not. My mom was a quality control inspector until she started her own business, which was the sewing business. And perhaps that's where I got my entrepreneurial gene from, because she always was working hard and launched her own business. And seeing my parents, watching their actions line up with their words, encouraged me to do better, be better, and to be what people say that they are. Making sure that when you see me, that I'm launching a smile to you, because smiling is free, right? Being kind to people is free, it costs us nothing. Giving a hug, it costs us nothing. Because that's what we need to do. Our actions need to line up with our words. Even in our business, our action needs to line up with our words. In fact, I have, throughout my entire career, I pretty much worked 2 jobs. I've always had 2 jobs. Whatever I needed to do to help make the ends meet, because I wanted to teach my daughter that there is no easy road. Because I know she's watching me. I heard her give the announcements, right? I know she's watching me. I wanted to teach her that there is no easy road, that hard work, dedication always pays off. I wanted my actions to line up with what I had been telling her throughout the course of her career, or throughout the course of her growing up. And we work on that within the city of Fort Wayne as well. As mayor, I've come into the room and I've tried to set an environment where people feel welcomed. I've tried to set an environment where the team knows that they are free to come in, talk, laugh, and smile. I've tried to create an environment of support for the team, because it matters to me that they know I care about them. I want my actions to speak louder than my words. And so when I come in every single morning, I come in with a good morning. How are you? How are things going? And then guess what? I stop and I wait to hear the response. Are you setting an atmosphere inside of your businesses where the team knows that your actions care for them? And then do you stop and wait for the response? Are your actions speaking louder than your words? Do you tell your team, oh, I care, and then you move so fast that they don't get an opportunity to hear? Are our actions speaking louder than our words? For the city of Fort Wayne, it's important for us to know, and for our residents to know, that this is a city that we want to be welcoming, inviting, fun, family-friendly, where businesses can survive. That's why integrity is so important to us. That's why the work that we do is so important, and that's why it's important to us that you trust your local government. I joked before I came, and I said today, when I came up here, I said, they do realize I'm a politician. But the truth is, I want you all to think differently when you think about the city of Fort Wayne's government. I want you to know that when you reach out to your government, we are here to support you. We are here to help your businesses. We are here to make sure that your businesses get a chance to grow, and that we become, wait for it, community. We become community together. Because without you, Fort Wayne would not be. Without your businesses and without your investment into our community, Fort Wayne would not be. And so we're striving really, really hard to make sure that we're doing all the things we can do as a government to create investment environments for you. What's an investment environment? An investment environment is a place where the infrastructure is sound, where you then can start your business and we can help that business grow. And we can become partners together. It's because of our trustworthiness, it's because of our integrity that we as a community have been able to invite $2 billion investment from Google. $2 billion investment from Google. They would not have done that if Fort Wayne was not a place of integrity, if the businesses that are in our community were not places worth being partners with. So I want to give you a hand clap for that. Because of our integrity in the city government and because of our trustworthiness, we've been able to attract businesses like the Tree Line Development District. We've been able to expand and do the Well Street Bridge, or the Well Street Wedge that we call the investment that's going there. We've also been able to keep investors like Chuck Schurak with the Pearl, and we've been able to attract other investors with the Landing Exchange, because they know that the city of Fort Wayne does what it says it's going to do, and our words line up with our actions. That is what community is about. But we don't just look at the downtown area. We're working on outside areas as well in the communities. We see new housing development coming on with Jerry Stark's project, Roosevelt Reserves. We see a new housing project coming on with Village Premier, and then out here not too far from us, the Arneo is another place where we see investment happening in our community. Why? Because we've proven to be a trustworthy community worth investing in. And let's brag about our park system. We have the world's best park system. People are coming to our community to walk our trails, to be able to be on our rivers and take advantage of all the amenities, the higher quality of life that we have. Because we have shown that we care about our community, it's important that people have a quality of life to us, and that we want to have that good old Hoosier hospitality. Are you lining up with what Fort Wayne is presenting to help make our community better? Are your actions louder than your words? I can tell you that as the newly appointed executive of the city of Fort Wayne, I've received a great jewel. Mayor Tom Henry has left our community in a phenomenal place. And I'm super excited. I'm super thankful too. And so I'm working now to make sure that we keep moving our community forward, that we keep investing in our businesses, that we create a space for small businesses, entrepreneurs to be able to develop and grow. At the same time, that we're building a community that's fun, family-friendly, and safe. And because of the level of integrity that we have, both internal and external, I know we will win on all measures. On all measures. And so yes, I am the spoiled brat of Dwight and Julia Griffin. I am the wife of Tim Barber, who is a blue-collar guy that works at Odd and Weller and loves his factory work. And I'm the mom of Tiana Hardy, who goes to college right here at Purdue Fort Wayne. I'm also a proud resident of the city of Fort Wayne. And I have to tell you, when I look out across this crowd and I see all of your faces, I know we are in good hands. Integrity and trust and building better businesses. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak with you. I hope I've invoked thoughts, and I know that we are definitely going to keep growing with positive change. Thank you.
We won't let her go far. We'll keep her around for a minute. We've got some